As you could tell, we have a descent trend line from the yearly high acting as some resistance, and now it's pushing above the daily cloud. Now, I definitely like this for possible longs. But also, what I'm also looking at is the fact that we have a bullish Tenkan-Kijun cross above the cloud on a 4-hour time frame. All right, let me just zoom out a little bit. All right, so I like that as well. Now the question is, do I wanna do I want to just buy it at the 5 p.m. close or wait for a pullback towards basically 1.33? Now, depending on where price closes, I might just take possibly a half lot if it breaks above, and if it pulls back down, I might buy it again around 1.33 half lot and just make it one full lot. All right, so that's one way of looking at it. Or I just might just wait for the pullback and just buy one full lot, or I could just buy it at the open of 5 p.m. and make sure I have a little wider than usual stops below the trend line. Um, I definitely like the idea that I might just take a half lot long at a break above, and if it gets pulled back to 1.33, I might um, buy it again, another half lot. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for euro. I definitely like it for longs. Let's take a look at pound dollar. We were able to capitalize on pound dollar. I think we have a trend line situation with pound dollar right here. All right, so depending on where you want to draw it, top of the wick, you see that pound dollar is coming close to some resistance, or if you prefer to draw it right here, you can see we're at some resistance right now. So in either case, it's resistance. Um, I want to see a break above. My idea for the next 2 weeks is possibly I want to buy euro dollar at the break of the trend line. All right, hopefully I'm break even by the time that pound dollar breaks above its trend line. All right, so and I could buy that as well. All right, so that's my ideology and that's my game plan. All right, so I have a game plan, and that's buy euro. Hopefully pound dollar catches up, and I could buy pound dollar as well. Okay, I know is it also some resistance as well. So if it breaks above that and 78.6, all right, then we expect a full retracement towards the high 57.50, which would mean a double top. All right, but that's going to be over 250 pips from where I'm looking to get long. So definitely like pound dollar for longs if you break above. Now, if you're on the opposite side of me, and you like and you're looking for shorts, then you will look at this and say, okay, we have a descending trend line from the yearly high. It's been testing and it rejected it quite nicely. So I want to short it, and that'll be perfectly fine because this is a legitimate descending trend line off of the daily time frame. All right, which and by me saying daily time frame, it means that the technical setup should hold more weight than as if it were on an hourly 30-minute or 4 hour, etc. Time frame. All right, so I'm looking for longs, prices above the daily cloud, prices above the 4 hour cloud. So in my opinion, the sentiment is bullish, in which case I want to look for opportunities to buy. All right, so it would definitely help out the fact that pound dollar and euro dollar will start to correlate a little bit better, which will help me. And in this case, I feel like it will. All right, so euro leading, in my opinion, pound dollar should follow. Let's take a look at Aussie. Interesting with Aussie. If you take a look at it, I like it for shorts, and I like it at 1.9. I might want to take this short, honestly. Not 1.9. I'm sorry, at point 0.9. All right. You see how price has been finding a lot of resistance. Really, depending how you want to draw this, failed to break above. or a fake breakout above point 0.9. So definitely like Aussie dollar for shorts at around current price action. All right, with a stop being like around point 0.90, 40ish about. All right, just as long as it stays below point 0.9, that psychological round number definitely helps us out. So let's keep in mind that we're already short Kiwi dollars, so I like this setup as well. All right, I know we have a 4-hour cloud. It's providing some resistance for us. All right, and it helps us out because it just labels the fact that we have both Kiwi and Aussie at critical levels. And I mentioned Aussie that point 0.9 will be a level to keep an eye on. So might want to go ahead and possibly take that short. However, I do like Euro a little more. All right, so I'm gonna see what happens at 5 o'clock, whether or not I want to take the Aussie short or Euro long. All right, so we have Kiwi and Aussie looking for shorts, and Euro and Pound I'm looking for longs. It's kind of not what I want it to be. I like when I could see all four pairs and they're all telling me buy, or they're all telling me sell. In this case, it's not really the situation, but still have to play the levels. All right. So that's what I see for Kiwi. Let's take a look at, and don't forget, guys, if you want, you could just write the pairs in the chat box, and I'll go over it for you. Oh, Euro Yen, of course. Let's go over Euro Yen. Euro Yen, just waiting for basically a pullback towards the trend line to short it. All right, so waiting for a pullback towards 130. So that's pretty self-explanatory for Euro Yen. Dollar Yen, same thing. It's been dropping. Just want to pull back towards the trend line to short it. All right, in this case, the trend line is around 98. All right, so that's what I'm looking for Euro Yen. I mean for Dollar Yen. Let's see what we have with Swiss Yen. Nice trend line for Swiss Yen. So Swiss Yen looks like it has to play catch up with Dollar and Euro Yen. So we have Dollar and Euro Yen breaking below its trend lines. Now we have Swiss Yen looking to catch up. It's behind a little bit. So hopefully if we get that break below the Swiss Yen, hopefully Dollar Yen and Euro Yen is not out of gas. And Swiss Yen can follow if it breaks below. Otherwise, we're going to see a false breakout. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Because Dollar Yen and Euro Yen made its move already, and it broke below its trend line, had multiple 4-hour candles close below the trend line as well. It might be time for a retracement back to the upside. So basically, let's say Swiss Yen breaks below its trend line, all right, right over here, but Euro Yen and Dollar Yen is climbing back up. Swiss Yen's support trend line break might be a false breakout, and it might come right back into the right back above the trend line. All right, so just keep that in mind. But I still like the trade for shorts if you get below it. Why? Because I don't see a support, nor I don't see a support level for Euro Yen and Dollar Yen right now. All right, so in my opinion, the floor is gone. All right, so if you get that break below, then I will be looking to short it. That's my game plan for Swiss Yen. So if you don't have Swiss Yen on your board, definitely put it on your board. I do like it for shorts. Hopefully we get that close at 5 p.m. because to be quite honest, I'll take a Swiss Yen short over the Euro Dollar long. Okay. Um, take a look at Euro Pound. I don't think I have any setups for Euro Pound at the moment. Nope, no setups for Euro Pound. Oh, we do have this trend line. Not in love with it. Not a big fan of Euro Pound right now. Let's take a look at another pair of Dollar CAD. I actually like Dollar CAD. for possible longs. I wanted to get long. Oh, and it came right to the level I wanted it to. I was looking at longs at 104. All right, it broke above. It came back for a retest. Now it's at 104.20. So just might wait for a pullback towards the 104 for possible longs if you're looking for dollar CAD longs. All right, so that's what I was looking for with dollar CAD. It kind of played out the way I wanted to. Just the thing with dollar CAD is not my favorite pair. All right, I don't really like trading the dollar CAD. I don't like the way it moves. I don't like the volatility in the pair. All right, I prefer to trade other pairs than dollar CAD. It seems like every time I'm in that pair, it wants to move sideways with low volatility, and when I'm not in it, that's when it actually starts. All right, so I've been kind of boycotting dollar CAD as of recent. All right, do you guys have any pairs you want me to go over? Oh, EuroCAD. All right, I see that. EuroCAD. Wow, EuroCAD is climbing. Obviously, we're bullish. Now, first thing that I notice is some resistance at 1.32 at 1.3906. This weekly pivot acting as some resistance. I put a lot of stock and attention to to weekly pivots. All right, especially the floor pivots. All right, I definitely like that. I don't have the floor on this. Let me just go to a chart where I do have it. Um, let's see. We are looking at EuroCAD. All right, so I have EuroCAD breaking above R1 for resistance. Next area of resistance, in my opinion, is 39.50. All right, so that's what I have for EuroCAD. Um, However, we would need a pullback. All right, Ace, I don't know if you're looking to long. If you are, then you want to see a pullback. And in my opinion, I don't really have an area that I like EuroCAD for a pullback. For the Ichimoku standpoint, at least, I prefer to trade euro dollar, how euro dollar is right now, because if you're looking for longs in euro, then I feel like euro dollar is kind of lagging to euro CAD. All right, so we might find it better to long euro dollar when it breaks above its trend line at the 5 p.m. close. If looking to short, then we have a long way to go. All right, but as of right now, definitely think we should look into long euro CAD. All right, to long it off of a break above, like I said. All right, it's breaking above the resistance. To long it with, but can't really put your targets at 1.3950. So I'm staying out of EuroCAD. Sorry, I'm staying out of EuroCAD. Euro Aussie. Oops. No problem. Euro Aussie head and shoulders play. Um, Not really looking to play your Aussie, staying out of the very volatile pairs, but gotta just take note. So obviously, if you get that trend line break, then you can play that for short. All right. So if you like the your Aussie, this is a very nice setup. All right. Um, got the left shoulder head, right shoulder, neckline, break below, and look for possible shorts. You're a Kiwi. Now I'm hoping that price don't break below the trend line because I'm shorting euro versus the Kiwi. That means I'm expecting the Kiwi to climb up, and I am not. But do have support at the cloud. Only way I'm looking to get short if your Kiwi breaks below this 4 hour cloud. And if it breaks below and closes below this 4 hour cloud, and that basically means that we're probably on the verge of getting stopped out on our Kiwi dollar shorts. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Like I said, let's go to Euro Swiss. All right, so what do we have with Euro Swiss? Trend line resistance. Just make sure we know our sentiment from a daily perspective is bearish. All right, so we don't have no resistance. So we have your Swiss, a nice trend line. I like this trend line, Ace. I'm not sure if you were looking at that. If you're looking for a bounce for your Swiss, then you could put your limit to buy at around 22.75. Maybe you should zone it out. And what I mean by zone it out is don't expect price to go directly to the technical support and trend line. So you could possibly look to long it a few pips higher. All right, but I do like this trend line. Now, like I said, I'm looking for long your dollars. I don't trade euro Swiss, so not sure about um, the correlation between the two. But if they have a positive correlation, then buying it will make sense around the supporting trend line. And obviously, you will want to break above this 4-hour cloud and head towards, in my opinion, around the 1.2460 area. All right. Or if you're looking to short your Swiss, then look for a break below the trend line. All right. So you have two pretty simple rules: long at support, short at a break below support. All right. Hope that helped. Um, Also, we do have a strong bearish taking Kijun crossover as well on your Swiss. So interesting to see how this one plays out, and it's on a daily time frame. All right. So let's see how that one plays out. And we also have a strong one on a 4-hour time frame as well. All right, so let's see. You guys have any other pairs? Ace, Ben, and Paul. Wow, Cadian is rocking to the downside. Similar to dollar yen, euro yen. If you want to short CAD yen, then wait for that pullback towards 93.50, in my opinion. All right, no problem. All right, guys. So I'll be in the chat room. All right, definitely thank you guys for joining me watching this video. Um, I'll be keeping you guys updated with the current pairs. But I definitely do like Swiss yen for possible shorts, euro dollar for possible longs, Aussie for a short at a retest of zero point 0.9. So just make sure you guys have a plan, have your levels, and execute them. All right. Yeah, me too. I definitely like the euro dollar long, Paul, and I definitely like the fact that we could possibly get pound dollar to follow it as well. So hopefully it works out. All right. I also look to get into, like, if we get a pullback before the 5 o'clock close, even if it's like 4:45 and we get a pullback towards 1.3315, I'll still take it. All right. So just keep that in mind. I might front run it a little bit. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be in the chat room if you have any questions for any of the technical setups. And like always, good luck trading, guys. Cheers.